Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, it's been a little while since I uploaded something. Still getting over this cold, still have it. Throat still hurts, but I wanted to get this video out for you today. So today we're taking a look at Search and Filter Pro version 3 beta, freely available to download. I'll have the link in the comments below. If you join their mailing list, you can also get access to like their Slack channel and promotional discount when this plugin goes completely pro. So what does this plugin do? This allows an end user to search and filter posts and pages, custom post types on the front end of your WordPress website. So if you have a site that has tons and tons of content and you want to give that ability for somebody to filter down through different categories, or if you have a complex WooCommerce store and you want to search and filter through products, this is going to be a fantastic plugin for it. I'll show you the pending integrations they have coming in the future. But for right now, I'm going to set up this demonstration just like they posted on their Twitter stream to follow along with that. So here we are on just a page. I've called it Search Posts. First thing we're going to do is drop in a query loop. Choose. I'm going to choose this one here. And I'm going to uncheck inherit query from the template because we're not dropping this query block on an archive template. It's just a page, so it needs to pull content from the database. So update that. Next thing we'll do is drop in a column block. You'll see why in a moment. And we'll bring that up above the query. 3 columns. Now I'm going to do this fast. We're going to add in the search field, the filter field, the control field. And these are the 3 primary fields for Search and Filter Pro. This allows the user in the search field to search for a string of text by entering in a string of text and then hitting the control button. The filter field, which will allow a user to pull a drop down of categories or other taxonomy to choose from. And then this control field does exactly that. It has 2 types of control. On the right-hand side, you'll see there is a submit control, which will submit the action that's happening on the left-hand side here, and then a reset if you wanted to add another button here to reset that query that was built. And you'll see why in a second. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it as submit. And first thing you want to do is change the label from new field to probably 99% of us are going to put search. And then you can play with the size of these of the buttons here, which is kind of like core Gutenberg / editor experience. The new field, the filter field, we're going to switch that label as well. And we're going to switch the data source, the data type to taxonomies. And we're going to pick categories. We'll leave it hierarchical and then limit that depth to 1. We can switch it from a drop down. We can do radio, checkbox, buttons. We're just going to leave it as select. And we'll change that label to choose a category. Then lastly, working in backwards, as we'll switch that label to search, and that search is again that text string. Let's go back to the control button. There's one thing we need to do. Let me just hit update. There's one thing that we need to do, and that is to actually set up a query. What's going to happen with that data that with the actions that the person selected, and then when we pass it to the control button. So let's create a query. Matt's query. Excuse me. And we'll hit save. And now it'll ask us a whole bunch of questions like where are we putting this, the integration type. We're just putting it on a regular page, single post or current post. And we'll just leave it as open because we don't want to or actually current post. We want it to present right here. The query loop block is what we're modifying. And then you can drill down deeper. You can go into post, custom post types, pages, kind of filter out how the WordPress query presents itself, and then add a condition if you wanted to, like restrict certain terms from search, etc. But we're not going to do that. I'm just going to hit update. That'll save it. We'll update the page one more time, and then we will look at the front end. So it's not the most beautiful presentation because there are no featured images for these results here, but I'm going to select from a category, and let's just say web professional, and then I'm going to search, and that's going to filter down all of my posts that were categorized with web professional, or I can switch it back to startups, hit search, and that'll present all of the content I've posted with the startup category. Same thing if I wanted to search for Matt, I could search for that, and it's going to pull in any place or any post that I have it finds the string mat associated with it. So that's the front end. That's the quick flyby of how this plugin comes together. You drop these 3 fields, at least 2. You need to have the control button and the selector on the left-hand side, and then you can either filter or search and then just put that right on a post or page, or inside the site editor if you're building out templates like with the 2024 theme here. Now, one really cool thing about search and filter, at least their V3 beta coming, is all of those queries, or that query that you saw me build, is saved to this dashboard. So if I go into it, I can always modify this from a more administrative view and then create fields that are associated with it. So I can create fields that are either more dialed in, drilled down, selecting from different sources, and save that along with that query. And then when I'm pulling it up from, let's say, the site editor or the block editor, I can have quick access to that. So that's really cool. You can save these queries, categorize them, or have them in buckets by labeling them, and then you can pull them up at any time. One thing that I think is really cool is you can set the styles for these different types of fields. So I can edit this as a preset, come in and change the text, the colors, and all of that fun stuff that makes, like if we go to submit, I can change the background color to orange, active text to white, and I can kind of play with this. The only thing I can't do here, unless I'm missing it, is the actual size of the button. That is not here yet. So like the padding that you can do in the editor that we saw, but it's still pretty cool because you can come in and build out all of these presets, which I think a lot of us are going to find useful, especially when we're building more complex websites. And last but not least, this is the integration section that they have in search and filter right now. Like it says, upgrade to Pro coming soon. I don't think any of these features are available yet. I didn't talk to the author of this plugin, but you do have the block editor, WooCommerce, and WPML. But then you have Advanced, or you have ACF, Elementor, Divi, Beaver Builder, and then the ever popular Bricks. Why is Bricks so popular? It's such a fast-moving page building experience these days. If you're a Bricks user, let me know in the comments below why it's so popular. So search and filter, as you saw, really powerful. You can build out some really nice, intuitive, clean search and filter blocks for your WordPress website. Very useful if we have lots of content, or if we're building WooCommerce sites or heavy information sites that are, you have years and years of content that you need to search and filter, like I do with my podcast now running 10 plus years. So that's today's video. Again, apologies. Feeling kind of sick, still sick. Don't have the 100% voice yet, but if you like the video today, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want more. Don't forget to get your weekly dose of WordPress in 5 minutes or less at thewpminute.com/subscribe. See you in the next video.